Good morning, chaplains. It's May the 15th. We are halfway through the last half month of the year. Does that make sense? We are going to be fast approaching the middle of 2022 in just 2 weeks. So I wanted to take a minute. This is the month that your company commander should be doing your own company meetings. And I highly praise them for making sure that it happens. I've heard that there's some get-togethers, there's some cookouts, there's just some Zoom calls happening. I love it. A couple of things I want to bring you up to speed. We've got some exciting news that I don't want to wait till June the 2nd for our chaplain all-call to share this with you. Remember, June 2nd, 7 o'clock Eastern time is our chaplain all-call. So save that date, make sure you're on it. That's the month that we take roll and make sure that you're in attendance. So without further ado, let me roll some things out to you. Okay, first off, we're trying to get IDs updated. We're trying to make sure that everybody's back on track. So here's how it should be. If your company commanders are doing what they are supposed to do, what we asked them to do, especially this year, they should be holding an annual review with you. And what that would entail is sitting down with you either face-to-face or via Zoom, and they have a sheet, they have an annual report sheet that they fill out that asks you some questions, gives you a chance to talk to them, gives them a chance to talk to you, but it also allows them to put you in for awards and recognition for what you have accomplished. So if you are a chaplain and that hasn't happened yet with your command staff, you need to ask them when yours is and when they're going to get to you, so that we can now work those other paperwork up the chain so you can get the recognition that you deserve. Second off, in these company meetings that you have every other month, there should be attendance, and yes, you should be attending them. Now, I don't want to pressure anybody to go and be at one physically if you still aren't ready to do that. So those physical companies that meet physically, your commander should also be setting them up for Zoom so that you can attend via Zoom if you're not ready to step back into socializing with your other chaplains. Okay, so enough of that. That's on your command to do this month. Make sure it happens, commanders. Okay, we are now asking you that if you look at your ID card and it expires between June and September, okay? So we're doing June, July, and August is basically it. So if your card expires anywhere between June, July, and August, would you please take a picture of that card and email it to me, brenda@warriorfamilyministries.org, so that we can then get your card in the process of getting it updated, renewed. If you have been with us for a year, your new card will reflect a 2-year expiration date. Okay, let's talk about the ordination class real quick that we did in March. So our class was March the 26th. And for those of you that attended, know that this is a process on our end too. Not only do we have to make sure that your application and your tests are sent in, and thank you for getting it in on time, then Chaplain Becky has to grade every single one of them by hand. So that's a process. Then once she is done, the application and that test end up going all the way up to me, where we have to make sure, one, that you're a chaplain in good standing. So we check to see if you are current on your annual dues. We make sure that you are attending your meetings. We make sure that you are out there representing Warrior Family to the best of your ability, right? Once that takes place, then you will receive a brand new ID card, whether yours is expired or not. But you will receive a new one that at the bottom, underneath your name, will say ordained. Okay? Now, let me say this. We've received tests and applications from people in companies that haven't taken the class. Those tests, those applications will be sent back to you until next year, the end of March, when we do this class again in 2023. It is a once-a-year class. So save that date. I believe it's March the 25th. I'll make sure that it's on here so you can go ahead and look way out and put it on your calendar. So if you did not attend this class, you got to wait. I appreciate you doing the test. I appreciate you doing the application, but it's coming back to you. Okay? For those of you that did, you got to give us a few weeks to get all this done. More than likely, you won't see your new ID card or anything like that until sometime in July. Okay? We are also in the process of going through and doing the ribbon requests that have been sent in up to this point. And so you'll be getting digitally your certificate for your award, and then physically it'll be mailed to you in a couple of months. This will allow you that if you want to order ribbons for your Class B uniform, that you can go ahead and do that, and we can get you looking really sharp in that uniform, okay? All right, the next thing I need to just put out there are some cool things. On Sunday evenings at 6:30 Eastern Time, we do what we call Chaplain Chats, and it has turned out to be an amazing time of fellowship for us. So, yes, it's a Bible study, and no, it's not your usual one. Because it's not about someone doing a study and lecturing you. It's not about someone being the leader of the pack and talking to you the whole time. It's about taking a topic or a set of scriptures and looking at them the week before and then coming together as men and women of God, and let's discuss what that is based on what God has revealed to you during that week. It's really been a cool way of just getting into God's Word, sharing our different views, being able to uplift each other, and just really diving in and getting some meat that we need so desperately from His Word. So 6:30 on Sunday evenings. We will start back next Sunday, which is May the 21st at 6:30 Eastern Time with our Chaplain Chats. Okay. The other thing I want to do is talk to you about another show that myself and Chaplain James Friedman kind of have launched in April. I think that was the first one. We just finished recording May, and so it's going to be out in the next day or so. But it is called Chaplain Talk. And so what this whole thing about this is, it's topics that relate to us as chaplains. It's teachable moments. It's usually a panel of chaplains that come together. It's a once a month recording. It usually happens around the first part of the month, and it's usually pushed out through social media sometime around the middle of the month. And so look for that. I'll be posting Chaplain Talk with Chaplain James Friedman and myself on our Life of a Chaplain page, on Warrior Families page, on our website, warriorfamilyministries.org. So it's a great little hour of just different chaplains from different walks coming together and being led by a topic that can help teach you something. That will air continuously, so you can watch it anytime you want. Then this next thing is pretty exciting. You know that we had a basic chaplain training last week in Kentucky, back at Dawson Springs. I feel like that's become our second home lately. It was good to go back. It was amazing to see the cleanup that is taking place and some of the rebuilding that's going on. It was awesome to see some of our guys and our women that, we had met all along the way and just give them a hug again. But the most incredible thing is how God has raised up an army of chaplains for Warrior Family Ministry in that area. So right now, I'd like to just give a hua out there to our newest company, Western Kentucky, and our company commander is Mark Schreiber. Our assistant commander is Aaron Blaine, and our administrative assistant for that company is Valerie Sharber. I am so excited to have them take command, and not only that, but they've already got a total of 11 people in that company. 100% of everybody who took that basic chaplain training is now in the process of becoming a chaplain with us. What an exciting time. When God said build that army, He just keeps adding it and adding it and adding it. So welcome aboard, and we look forward to working beside you, supporting you, and just letting you become this wonderful, loving part of our family. Now, little techie stuff, okay? So Warrior Family Ministries now has an app on both the Google Play Store and the Apple Store, okay, the App Store. So I want you to look for Warrior Family. It'll come up. You'll recognize it because it's got our logo. And download it. This is a soft launch. And so what I mean by that is it's up. You can download it. We're starting to fill in the different information that goes on that app. Different links, some topics, some storefront stuff, registration for the 2023 Chaplain Conference. You can do it through your app now. All of this stuff is going on that app. So get it downloaded. We haven't pushed it out to the public yet. So it is just for you to kind of get it on your phone, kind of start looking, keep checking back weekly because we are rearranging. We're taking away some of the fill-in places that were placeholders and putting in pertinent information. So you got an iPhone, you got a smartphone, whatever you've got, this will be a great way for you to keep up with what's going on and get some daily, weekly encouragement. The other thing I want to tell you too is we now have a QR code. Our QR code will take anyone who wants to become a partner with Warrior Family or wants to donate straight to our donation page. It is an awesome tool to use now because everybody's using QR codes, so we're trying to be trendy, right? But the QR code is great for you to share with your friends, your family, your workers. Tell them about Warrior Family. We have our partnership program going on. Anybody that becomes a reoccurring partner with Warrior Family outside of our chaplain organization, although chaplains, if you feel led, we'd love to have you become a Warrior Family partner with us too, above and beyond your yearly chaplain dues. Every penny, every dollar counts, and we steward it well. So back to outside. Those men and women, those companies, those organizations that say, hey, we want to donate on a monthly basis to Warrior Family. We believe in what y'all are doing. We want to be part of that army that's furthering God's kingdom here in the United States and beyond. We just want to support you in all that you do. They, in turn, will get a nice, cool-looking shirt. I'll be able to show it to you in June, hopefully, and then they'll be able to become a part of the Warrior Family Army that supports the Warrior Family Chaplains. So help us get the word out. Help us raise up that support so that we can continue to do what we do. I have some exciting news to announce on June the 2nd. I can't wait to share that with you. But if I told you everything right now, then you wouldn't have any surprises. So I look forward to seeing you in June 2nd, 7 o'clock, Chaplain I'll call Eastern Standard Time. For those of you in California, I will be seeing you in a few weeks. I'm excited. I get to sit down with Chaplain Kim Castro. We're going to have a cup of coffee in San Jose, and we're going to talk about the future of that West Coast. So I'm planning on trying to hop down into LA and see our chaplains that are there. I'm excited to be in that side of the United States for a couple weeks. So keep us all in prayer. Oh, speaking of prayer, one more thing. We now have an intercessory prayer group that meets weekly to pray specifically for you, our chaplain, and your family, your immediate family. So there is an email address. It's prayer@warriorfamilyministries.org. It is specifically set up for you so that you can put your prayer request on there, which will be held in confidentiality, unless you say, hey, you can share it with everybody outside of the prayer group. But it's going to be held in confidentiality. And Chaplain Ken McGregor is the head of that prayer group. If you want to join Ken and some of the other chaplains that he's already got in there to pray weekly specifically for you, our chaplain, and your family, then contact Ken at kenmcgregor@warriorfamilyministries.org or through prayer@warriorfamilyministries.org. It's a great way for us to know how to pray for you. This is above and beyond our weekly intercessory prayer team that prays specifically for Warrior Family as a whole and where God is directing us to go. So I know I've just thrown a lot of information out there to you. I love you all. I wish that we could all be together all the time. I miss that fellowship and that camaraderie, but I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on June the 2nd. Have a great, blessed day today. The sun is shining here in North Carolina, and it's going to be a beautiful time. I look forward to seeing you in about a little over 2 weeks. God bless. Talk to you soon.